Hey guys, what's going on? This is RJ from Game News USA, and I'm back with another game review today. And I know what you're all thinking. Haven't I already put out a review recently? Is this like an extra episode? And you're correct. This is an extra review because I'm trying to catch up on games I missed earlier in 2024, and so we can get a full picture of what the year was like. And so we're going to go over the reviews for Princess Peach Showtime from Nintendo Switch. Now this is a game I did not buy. Full disclosure, I played the demo, and I was left feeling like it was eh. And that's kind of what the Metacritic says. They gave it a 74 overall with an audience score of 7.5. So that's pretty run-of-the-mill average, if you ask me. Depends what you mean by average. Some people say 7 out of 10 is average, which is what I believe. C average in school. Others say a 5 out of 10 is. But when you look at Metacritic overall, there's not many games that get a 50. It's more skewed towards 70, 75 being average. Unlike movie reviews, it's a totally different story when it comes to them on Metacritic, which is why I use Rotten Tomatoes. But anyway, to make a long story short, let's go over these Princess Peach reviews. Please remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you all for watching. We got some music going on in the background. That's Princess Peach music. We got a really awesome thumbnail. Hope you all enjoy it. Alright. So first of all, one reviewer gave this a perfect score. VG247 with a perfect 100 rating. First of all, if you are somebody that gives Princess Peach Showtime a 100 rating, you either got paid off or you need drug tested. There is no in between. There is no universe that this game is a perfect game, a perfect score. They said Peach's foray onto the stage is full of whimsy and many moments of sheer joy, just as 2023 Super Mario Wonder is. Are you kidding me right now? That game is nothing compared to Mario Wonder, my 2023 game of the year. The difference is that this is Peach's game, and hers alone, despite the Sour Bunch trying to sully the Sparkle Theater's reputation. Oh my god, could we get any more simpin' or glazing for Peach than this review? I swear. Let's continue. And I'm not going to read them all. There's 119 reviews. I'm just going to read what I can. Gaming Age with a 95. Does Princess Peach Showtime reach the level of, say, Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Probably not. How about definitely not? But it's certainly on par with any of the solo Luigi or Yoshi outings we've had. Here's hoping that we don't have to wait another 2 decades for Peach to get another starring role. Screen Rant with a 90. Overall, Princess Peach Showtime is an extremely enjoyable game, offers a significant amount of content, and is something that could be enjoyed by everyone. The words of the review are fair. Again, I believe the score seems high for me. Let's continue. There's a bunch of 90s, but let's look at an 85. Princess Peach Showtime is an easy to understand, incredibly fun to play game with a style and charm that's sure to delight. I'll say this. I think it's a good idea Nintendo made the game. I think they had a lot of ideas in here. But, you know, what's funny is I kind of just wanted Peach in a Mario game, I guess. I mean, we're going to see how Echoes of Wisdom does. But, I feel like, you know, hey, Nintendo didn't mind pumping this out. Low budget, you know. And so, good return on investment. But, one of the reasons why we like, let's say, a Mario game is for platforming specifically. We like Zelda games because of the way Link does things. So sometimes Nintendo, you know, they want to sprinkle it around, change it around, or whatever. this is definitely the year of the female when it comes to Nintendo, for sure. Considering what we got going on with Peach, Zelda, Pauline going to be in Mario Party, and, of course, Metroid Prime 4 being announced. So, interesting times. This is Nintendo's version of DEI, although it's not nearly as bad as all these other woke companies. A bunch of 85s. We got an 84 from Power Unlimited. Peach takes the lead role and proves herself in a unique and idiosyncratic setting. Showtime is a refreshing addition to the Nintendo games lineup. I think early in the year, it really helped Nintendo's lineup a little bit. Atomics with an 83. Despite some very noticeable technical issues, Showtime extends on presenting a great number of simple but brilliant gameplay ideas. Yes, that's all true. Destructoid with an 80. I was pleasantly surprised by Showtime, and the aforementioned unpredictability is a huge reason why it likely will remain my permanent rotation of Mario games going forward. I mean, I don't know, maybe it'll be another, could be 5 years, could be 10 years. I don't know when we'll see another one. A bunch of 80s. I'm not going to read them all. A whole slew of 80s for this game. How about a 78 by GamePro Germany, saying a varied and charming presented jump and run minigames mix, which in some places seems a little half-baked. And that is my issue with the game. Yes, you've introduced a lot of mechanics, but were they fully fleshed out? The answer is absolutely not. That is obvious. Even from the demo, you could tell this. So maybe if they flesh this game out a little more, it would help. Nintendo has had this habit of putting out, this is a full price game. If this was a $40 game, or this was a $30 game, I don't think people would have a problem. You put out a full price game, it can be done in 5 hours. Same as Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Instead of putting it on the Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online service, they resold the game for $50, I believe it was, and the game could be beat in a few hours. That's unacceptable, especially in an era where you can't just rent. Like, if you still had Redbox around and you could rent Switch games for $3 a day, all you would have to do is rent the game, play it, and turn it back in, and you pay like $3. If we still had a Best Buy, or not a Best Buy, a Blockbuster, or a home video around, you could probably go in, rent the game, beat it, and turn it back in. I don't have a problem with game lengths being short. But when you're charging full price or near full price for a game that's only a few hours, and it's just a single player game, it's not enough meat on the bone. Yes, most of the time games are too long now, and it can take 100 hours of your time, single player, to do everything. But that's a good problem to have compared to just a few hours, and then, your game is over, you rolled credits. Like, what are we doing, Nintendo? What are we doing? And sometimes you'll price a game lower. You price Metroid Prime Remastered at $40, and that game is excellent. Anybody could have bought it for $60. But you didn't want to bring out Metroid Prime Trilogy, because then you'd have to price all 3 games at $60, and you didn't want to do that. And now we're still waiting on 2 and 3. But I feel like the pricing is totally off. Nintendo doesn't have as many sales. They don't have as many price drops. Obviously, the Switch itself still hasn't decreased in price. Obviously, their price model is more preferable to Sony's and whatever the hell they're doing. But still, it remains. You're also bringing out Donkey Kong Country Returns from the Wii into HD and charging full price without any bonus content. You put out Luigi's Mansion 2 full price without any bonus content. It's like, guys, either make some bonus content or cut this price a little bit, please. Nintendo doesn't care. They're printing money out. Anyway, rant over. Let's continue. Video Chums with a 77. I love the many, many adventures within Peach Showtime and hope that it inspires folks to enjoy the theater with its imagination-fueled campaign. The Games Machine with a 76. Princess Peach gives proof of great transforming talent in her second solo adventure. 10 transformations take turns at levels filled with mini-games and secrets. A colorful and fun game marked by a low level of difficulty, which penalizes longevity. Yeah, it's really easy. But so is Kirby games, and they're still fun. Kirby the Forgotten Land was freaking awesome last year. Probably would have been my game of the year if not for Mario Wonder. Press Start Australia with a 75. Despite its technical woes and pervasive simplicity, there's just enough spark in Princess Peach Showtime that it had won me over by the time the curtain had closed. Again, the technical issues are completely ridiculous in a game that's so simple to make. It shouldn't be a thing. In a game that's so short, so simple, there should not be these technical issues from Nintendo, who usually has the most polished games for what they're putting it on. Minus Pokemon. Many 75s. I mean, the Metacritic score was a 74. Speaking of 74, here's Games.ch. Showtime benefits a lot from the idea of wearing different costumes, giving Peach a variety of special abilities. True. Like usual for Nintendo games, the game brims over with concerning, loving details. The very low difficulty level and partly inappropriate performance. Partly inappropriate performance. What are they talking about? Partly inappropriate performance? Are you saying Peach was inappropriate in the game? What are you talking about? It's just Peach. I mean, look at the thumbnail I put up. I mean, that's friendly, right? That's family friendly Peach. The New York Network, or New Game Network with a 72. The first mainline game for Peach in nearly 2 decades is a charming adventure with some solid ideas and excellent boss battles. So let's talk about that first game that they don't even mention by name really on the DS, Super Princess Peach. A lot of feminists hate that game because Peach is played based off her emotions. Now, I never actually played the game myself. Maybe I should try to check it out. Maybe if the DS comes to the NSO service at some point and they decide to throw that on there, that would be great. Apparently it didn't sell that great on the greatest Nintendo selling system of all time. But that's why it took 2 decades to make another Peach game. They wanted to do their best to make sure they didn't upset the feminists. Comic book with a 70. It's too soon to tell if Peach Showtime will do for the character what Luigi's Mansion did for Mario's brother. It won't. I'm just flat out telling you. What Luigi's Mansion did, it was a lot. It will do a lot more than what just transpired with Peach. That's for sure. For a lot of reasons. Many, many, many 70s, including from IGN and GameSpot. IGN saying that it's more closely aligned with Kirby and Yoshi's simple, cheery romps rather than Mario's polished platformers and Luigi's haunted mansions. GameSpot said it is a friendly, inviting game that's made to be easy to digest. Some of the genres work better than others in this format, but none of them are too tricky or off-putting. There you go. Games Radar also with a 70. Many 70s. The 70 by far is the most score I've seen on here. How about a 67 from Vandal, who says, Showtime aims to introduce young players to gaming within its friendly, accessible, and varied gameplay featuring different genres. This game was absolutely made for young people and females. Nintendo loves that demographic. However, they're also hoping that there are adult male gamers who are like, I like anything Nintendo puts out, and they're nostalgic, and they're going to give it a try. I mean, and they're bread and butter. This game probably didn't sell terrific, but considering its low budget it was definitely probably a win for Nintendo. IGN Brazil with the 65. Showtime is an experience that will hook you with its magical visuals, but only the first time. The game, which mixes several genres, has slow stages and doesn't offer much replayability and a few extra challenges. I mean, full price game for that. I mean, you know it's going to be like 5 hours. Digital Trends with 60. Showtime is a charming start to a new series, even if it feels like a dress rehearsal for the real show. There's definitely a lot of 60s on here, more 60s than I thought there would be. The Jimquisition with a 55. We've had our issues with the Jimquisition on the channel before. Saying all the way down the theme of not enough pervades Peach's Showtime. The costumes Peach wears look cute, but their gimmicks are limited in both terms and abilities in the game's implementation of them. Fair assessment right here. I feel like this, to me, if I played the full game, I feel like this has 6 out of 10 written all over it. Like, it's passing. I'm not thrilled about it, though. It's like a D-. Metro Game Central with a 50, saying a disappointingly shallow and unfocused adventure that is aimed solely at a young audience, and even they're likely to feel somewhat bored and patronized by the end. And that leaves 2 reviews that are negative. They're out of 40. The Guardian, which always comes through for me, it seems like, giving me the negative review. They did the same thing with I think with Star Wars Outlaws or some other game. They always manage to come through with a low review. They say despite the enjoyable premise and high production values, Peach's long-awaited star turn feels disappointingly patronizing, one-dimensional, and forgettable, the polar opposite of the Super Mario Bros. Film's capable heroine. That is a little harsh, even for me, to say that about this game. I think that criticism is a little heavy-handed, but I respect the opinion. The Enemy with a 40, and then we'll close out. Said Princess Peach's Showtime is a good game, but shows a glimpse of what character has to offer. What is a chance to be in the spotlight. But despite having numerous good ideas, it doesn't seem interested in developing them into its full potential. And guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you played Princess Peach's Showtime? Did you enjoy it? Or was it overpriced, too short, and not fleshed out enough? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out. See ya.